ripping open the seam along the middle. The wrapper unfolded, becoming a placemat laden with everything one could need. Food, drinks, each in its own airtight container. Healthy and nutritious, but most importantly, convenient. No need to go anywhere. I had 2 meals a day and slept in the virtual capsule. So practical and familiar. So safe. A mental disorder? Absolutely. I'm the first to admit it. Still, I wouldn't change anything. I'd received my first holographic nanocomp for my 12th birthday. Since then, the real world had gradually faded into insignificance. I was increasingly reluctant to come back from the game. Had it been down to me, I'd never have come back at all, but unfortunately, our technologies still weren't up to much. This neuroimplant I had was the first sign of things to come. I was 39, single, well-off, commitment-free. How I earned my living, I'll tell you about that later. I ate unhurriedly as I skimmed through my mail and PM box, deleting most messages with a swipe of my eyes. Having discovered nothing of interest, I opened the search engine and entered Phantom Server. I had to admit it had piqued my interest. The rest, as experience had taught me, was purely a quest of application. No results found matching your search criteria. The incoming call icon flashed insistently. It was from the developers of my unique wetware. Vultures. They had to have their daily report on the dot. Okay. A promise is a promise. My eyesight clouded, blurring out of focus, while the artificial neural network scanned my mind, uploading some of the more memorable neurograms. A test model. Yeah, right. The implant's developers promised that the finished version would perfectly comply with the privacy law. Somehow I didn't believe them. Having finished with my daily report, I rose and walked over to the window, feeding the wrapper with its unfinished dinner into the macerator on my way. I just wasn't hungry. No results found, they said. I stared at a city enveloped in a cloak of emissions. The urban landscape served as an abstract backdrop to the more and more search reports that flashed before my eyes. No results found. Could whatever have happened simply have been my imagination playing up? No way. Impossible. It wasn't for nothing I'd uploaded my daily report. Had they found the slightest malfunction in the implant, they'd have already been on my case by now, telling me to switch on the dedicated communication channel, then sit comfortably and try not to think about anything. What were they waiting for then? Hadn't they noticed the sudden surge of emotional activity in my logs? Anxiety was growing within me. I could definitely smell a rat there somewhere. Should I leave it as it was? Should I maybe take a shower and go to bed? Then first thing tomorrow morning I could start looking for a new game world that could become my life's purpose for the next few years. Still, the spark of awakened curiosity began to burn me from inside. The anxiety within me growing, inexplicable. What if everything that had happened was the neurocybertech setup? Admittedly, I hated feeling like a half-dead mouse at the mercy of a fat, cheeky cat. It always gave me the desire to strike back. The Phantom Server. The name sat like a thorn in my memory. Never mind. I'd had this implant for about a year and had a decent idea of how it worked. I'd also come up with a couple of backup scenarios in case someone tried to use me as a guinea pig. I'm relaxed. I'm perfectly happy. I have no disturbing thoughts. I peeled off my clothes and headed for the shower. The neural network was safely sealed within its plastic casing. Water couldn't damage it anyway, but the developers apparently wanted to minimize any risks, considering the device's cost. So I'd long noticed that the mnemonic interface shut down every time I took a shower. I also knew about the micro